Shri Naresh Gujral. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Sir, I rise to support this bill and congratulate the Honorable Finance Minister for presenting a budget which carefully balances the growth requirements of the economy with fiscal discipline. That is so important not only for containing inflation but also for maintaining macroeconomic stability. Sir, this budget will certainly revive the investor confidence and give a kick-start to the economy, which is slowly coming out of its slumber after years of neglect and the crisis of confidence during the UPA regime.
Silence, please.
Sir, thanks to the Honorable Finance Minister's able stewardship, even the World Bank is accepting that this year Indian economy will grow faster than China and in fact would be the largest growing economy in the world. Sir, I applaud the government for accepting all the recommendations of the 14th Finance Commission, which will usher in true federalism and empower the states as equal partners in the country's march towards progress. Sir, I come from an agricultural state, and I have no hesitation in praising the steps that this government has taken, be it the 5,300 crore for micro-irrigation or 25,000 crore to the corpus of rural infrastructure or NABARD 15,000 crores or 45,000 crores for short-term cooperative rural credit refinance fund and the 8.5 lakh crore of agriculture credit during the financial year which will be provided to the farmers. All this will really help the farm sector. Sir, a strong pillar of our economy have been the SMEs that provide the largest employment in the country. Funding them through the Mudra scheme with a corpus of 20,000 crores would certainly help those who were denied institutional finance. Sir, this would benefit the SC/ST especially because priority would be given to their children. Chairman Mao had once said, "Let 1,000 flowers bloom." Sir, this scheme will make sure that millions of flowers will bloom in India. Sir, for the first time, an attempt is being made to realistically touch the lives of the poorest, be it through the social security net, be it the Suraksha Bima Yojana, Pradhan Mantri Jeevan Jyoti Bima Yojana, or the Atal Pension Yojana. For the first time, our poor will have some kind of accident insurance or pension schemes at their disposal. Sir, the country's savings rate has been coming down slowly over the years, and today it is nearing 28%. It is imperative to improve the savings rate if this country has to be self-sufficient. I congratulate the Prime Minister for giving a boost to our domestic savings rate by giving concessions up to 4.4 lakhs to the middle class of this country. Sir, I welcome what the Finance Minister has termed as the game changers, that is GST and JAM Trinity, Jan Dhan, Aadhaar and Mobile. These will ensure that benefits from the centre actually reach the beneficiaries who richly deserve them. We have seen how these benefits would be eaten up by corruption over the years, and I'm sure this would be a huge game changer. Sir, one of the most innovative schemes announced is that of monetizing gold. Indians have always had an obsession with gold, and we have perhaps the largest reserves of gold in the world, and we are also the largest importers of gold in the world. That meant that savings did not get translated into investments because this money was going to gold and not financial instruments. So this scheme will ensure that now more and more Indians will buy gold bonds and less physical gold, which will put less pressure on our CAD. Sir, coming to strengthening of our infrastructure, this government has made sure that at least 70,000 crores will go into infrastructure this year. And 20,000 crores with, will go into tax, will go into a fund, and then there'll be tax-free bonds also, which will add to igniting the economy. Sir, the Honorable Prime Minister is passionate about Make in India. However, to Make in India, we not only require land and capital, but also skilled human resources. It is disheartening to know that less than 5% of our potential workforce gets formal training to be employable. I welcome schemes like Deen Dayal Upadhyay Gramin Kaushal Yojana and the Pradhan Mantri Vidya Lakshmi Karyakram, which will help making education affordable for all. Sir, the Honorable Prime Minister and the Finance Minister had promised to rid the economy of the black money. This is extremely welcome, as not only would it lead to higher growth, but the revenues of the government will increase substantially, which in turn would lead to near elimination of the fiscal deficit in the long run. However, here I wish to sound a note of caution. The NDA had promised to end tax terrorism. Sir, we must ensure that while our motives are right, we do not in any way incentivize tax terrorism. Please do not give unfettered powers to our tax inspectors. Now that arrest powers are also being given to them, I would only say that please ensure that what the law says is upheld, which means that you are honest till proven guilty. Please ensure that it doesn't become the other way around. Sir, I have 3 suggestions for the Honorable Finance Minister's consideration. Please increase the MSP substantially this year. Our farmers are suffering. We've had rains in certain areas, we've had drought in other areas, and the yields will go down dramatically. So kindly, the farmers need your help at this stage, so kindly be liberal while announcing the MSP. Second, sir, I would have liked to see a huge increase in the outlay for the judicial infrastructure. Sir, cases keep pending here for years and years. You need to double the strength of your judiciary, and for that, whatever funding is required should be provided. Because not only does it impact the common man, but also crores and crores of rupees are held up in tax disputes. Also, banks are suffering because the NPAs are there. So kindly ensure that our judicial infrastructure receives your attention. And third, sir, our policing needs to be more effective. Our citizens must feel safe, and today our women, by and large, do not have a feeling of security. So I think you need to invest more heavily in police modernization, and the 35 crores that you provided is really not enough for a country our size. Sir, in the end, I would like to just remind the opposition that our government enjoys a huge mandate, and we came to power with 2 promises. We will get the wheels of the economy moving, and we will end corruption and crony capitalism. So while we have made sure that today there is no corruption in high places, but we feel that the reform process has to move on if we have to take this country towards double-digit growth, which will mean millions of job creations every year. I know that the opposition, especially in this House, has been trying to obstruct our constructive program, but we are determined to go ahead and fulfill the promises that we made to this country. Sir, I would urge the Union Finance Minister, please do not hesitate, keep pushing. We will meet their challenge head on, and as the famous poet Iqbal said, सितारों से आगे जहां और भी है अभी इश्क में इम्तिहान और